Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tripoli here, back in the Loads Mobile video, and in today's video, we have my solo trap in action. So we've got Mr. CN, he, once again, the Chinese guild, the big Chinese guild coming after me, and I decided to switch guilds because I wasn't really getting hit and sip, and I was just kind of chilling there, and they know my trap too well. So I decided to switch guilds and see what he would do. And he like instantly came for me. I was getting food, man. Guys, I was getting food, okay? And this dude comes over and he hits me. I come back. I'm like, I'm seeing red on my screen. I'm like, he's right there, and he'd already hit me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't. I always have a suspicion that maybe if I walk away, like somebody will come and hit me. But this time it actually happened, and he came over and he hit me. I was like, oh shit. I know he likes to look at BL a lot. That's why I came over. I told him, "Hey, I'm gonna avenge one of your guys." I saw one of the guys get zeroed, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna come over with my solo trap, and I'm gonna light this guy up basically with my solo trap." So he's coming with one March T2, T4, T5. I think it was a full infantry, and I always decided to come in again and again. And the second March was 375k, T2, T4, T5, and that was range. And then the next hit, I believe, was full cav, 375k, T2, T4, T5. And he tried coming at me. It was full counter. I didn't even have my gear on. I was like, you know what? I don't need my gear, right? As I'll explain in the second part of the video, basically I had Monster Hunt gear on with a few select jewels, like worm jewels and all that kind of shit. Just some random jewels I decided to put in it. Uh, I didn't switch gear or anything. Here comes Perchy with some like reinforcements or a garrison or whatever. He's gonna come give me some things because I did end up taking some reds, guys. Yep, I took some reds. I let my infirms get full. Took some reds, and I kind of. It was like I was iffy on whether I wanted to take more reds or not because I think at this point I took like 200k reds, 150k reds, something of the sort of my T2 front line. This guy got with full counter on me with T2, T4, T5 with his leader, and he didn't even come close to burning me. It was very, very nice for my solo trap just to see these results. So now I'm just sitting here pretending to be offline. I've got the chief title on me, and we're just waiting to see who else is going to come over. Because of course, when the big guy gets his leader capped, they've got to set a rally to get him back, right? I mean, you can't have the big guy without his leader. It's just a matter of time before some other guys start porting over, maybe, and sending a rally at me, and then like carving across kingdom. Like I mean, if you've seen the past videos, then you know what they do. They like to set rallies on me and then carpet across the kingdom. They do this so often. It's really funny. And the guys were all joking about coming at him with and zeroing him, but obviously we can't do that. Even without as a leader, he'd cap all of our leads. We could set 5 rallies on him, he'd still cap them all. He's got some nice base stats. He's got some nice wall heroes and familiars, so obviously there's no point in doing it. We got Mr. CN8848 coming in here. I think he just came over to give me this little laughing cat emoji. We're gonna blink him a little Pyrus bomb. He can get his ass out of here. But obviously he's the first one to port over out of the guild, and then here comes another one. We got Mr. CN Moo, and I think by this time I had my troops healing just in case they came in with another hit because I didn't want any more reds personally. And honestly, this raid was up. They were gonna come in for a rally or whatever. CN Moo actually came in, I believe, for a solo on me, and he got absolutely murked, of course. I think he's on like 200k, 250k, T4, T2, and it just got absolutely slaughtered. Well, they brought in this guy, Miz, and if you've seen him in the past video, you've seen his gear. His gear is absolutely insane for as not insane, but it's got, legendary mythic level 60 gear. And he's got Gold Berserker. Okay, so this is nothing I really want to take. If this is anything above a million, I'm not taking it. If it was like a million range, T4, T5, I would take it, to be honest. I would test it out. I would take it, full reinforcements or whatever, with altar boost. We're talking altar boost. We're talking prisoner level 60 boost. We're talking 70% attack boost. I would take this hit if it was like 1.2 million range units that he was sending at me. This dude has a really good gear though, so of course I'm a little sketched out. Like this could really hurt. So I'm contemplating what I'm gonna do. I told everybody I'm gonna shield. Like I don't want to take this or whatever. I really don't. I mean, if they troop boost or whatever, we've got at least We got Mr. CN he CN 8848. That's 2 right there. We got CN Moo, CN Tony CC. That's another 2. So they're at least up to 1 million. They had some other guy join, I believe, from across the map, and they got another Arab coming into him right now. So I'm stressing out, guys. I'm like, oh, I really don't want to be taking this. I don't know how much they're sending at me, and I'm kind of freaking out. So I pour over to the corner, and of course I'm like sitting there, and now I'm on 2 different accounts. Okay, I'm on 2 different accounts right now. I'm on, as you can see, I'm on my bigger account, and I'm also on my solo trap. I'm on my bigger account, especially. This is a good thing for me, especially because I can check out the rally timer as I'm on my phone with my solo trap. So I'm kind of being, I can look at the rally timer and see when they carpet, because I've had this happen before where they've waited to carpet, and after a certain period of time, if you guys didn't know this, it doesn't say at the enemy coalition has been sped up. It just carpets it and it speeds it into your base without you even realizing it. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thing to the game. Um, Ridiculous part of the game, guys. It is traveling. I see how much they're sending. They're sending 1.7 million troops. I ain't taking this for one bit. This is fucked. Like, this would be absolutely a fuck kit. It was full range, 1.7 million. I'm like, no. And they started covering. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, shit, man. Hell no. I shielded. And just a couple seconds later, the rally hit. I was like, I am glad I shielded. Number 1, I didn't pop the 70% attack boost. Number 2, I think I executed a leader for the with one of my license to kill. So there was that, but I saw that shit and I was like, nah, ain't no way. There's not enough time to decipher this. There's not enough anything. So anyway, it was just a lost cause. I wasn't gonna do it. And guys, let's now get into the reports. All right, guys, let's get into these reports. So the first part we got was Mr. He coming in with a nice 200k solo, all T2, no familiars, and it looks like no heroes as well. I don't believe. I think he just sent just a 200k T2 Cav March to see if I was empty. Obviously, I gave him 80k T2 Reds. Very nice, very nice. Moving on, we have him attacking again. This time is with a nice 375k March. Now this one had familiars, and I'm pretty sure it also had, heroes. So he used heroes in this, obviously four inf heroes, 1 range, our army attack. So it worked quite nicely for him. I believe the Holy Terror. Yeah, the Holy Terror came at my back line, the T1 ranged in the back, and it hurt it quite a bit, filling my infirms a fair amount. So that was very good of him to send those, and then he did it again. And this time, I believe he went a different type, and he went, okay, this time he went range. I think the last one he went infantry, this time he went range. Did the same type of deal. But what I'm pretty sure of is that all 5 of these are range heroes. So I think that basically one of them sleeps. They're all range, so one of them sleeps. Bad on him for sending all range heroes in this case. Rose Knight would have been a better thing to send instead of, like, say, Bomb and Goblin or whatever. But looking at these reds, very, very nice. How did I fare against it? I fared fairly well. Once again, the Holy Terror familiar ability came back from my T1 range. Now this is the problem, guys. This is why I'm going to eventually switch the troop composition up, and I'll let you all know when I do that. But that's probably a long way from now, because my solo trapping days are, it's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but it does take a lot of my time up, and I don't really have time to be sitting out there and doing it. But eventually I will end up transferring the comp and making a brand new comp. But basically, this guy, he didn't do too well with this range march. Obviously, he did less damage, being that it was, range on inf. And this, okay, keep in mind, this is all without me switching gear. I did not switch gear one time. I didn't want to switch gear one time. I wanted to see how I would fare with no gear swap whatsoever. So I had my Monster Hunt gear with like a bunch of defense jewels in it. I can show you right after these reports what exactly it looks like and what kind of jewels I've got in my Monster Hunt gear. But as you can see, he came in with the full cav. He decided cav was the way to go. He sent the 150k T5 T5 cav, 100k T4 cav, and 125,000 T2 cav. As you can see, you got 150k T5 wounded, which even though it's wounded and it's not red, that's still a bitch to heal. I know that for a fact. It's a bitch to heal. And as you can see, he sent, let's see, I'm not entirely sure what songstress is. I know it's infantry, cav, cav, cav. So that's pretty good. You know, I don't think any of his heroes slept on that one, so good on him. I didn't have any reinforcements, but I did have full infirm, so I did take a little bit of reds on this hit. But I did capture his leader. Obviously, right after that, you know, I got a familiar attack, and this guy decided to come in with, is that a full T4 attack? That's a 190k plus T4 plus 60k T2 March. Once again, all ranged heroes, bad. One of them sleeps, I've come to realize. And that is it, guys. So let me show you what gear I took this in. So this is my war gear right here. I didn't take it in this. Instead, I took it in this. So basically, I've just got like just a bunch of random ass jewels, like defense jewels, some like, you know, random ass terror attack jewels, worm jewels, all sorts of shit, wall jewels, some champion jewels, like gargantuan jewel, like shit that doesn't even matter. Like, yeah, I didn't really think I needed the gear, and I didn't. Honest to God, I didn't need the gear because, as you can see, I fared pretty well against his March. Now, had he sent full T5, yeah, I would have burnt with no gear. With gear on, yeah, I wouldn't have burnt with full counter. I don't think, not at all. Dude's strong, don't get me wrong, but he's not, I don't think he's maxed yet, so obviously he's not maxed if he doesn't have 5 familiars that he can send, so the dude's pretty strong, don't get me wrong, but he could use some work. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.